If you're thinking to yourself, wow, this background looks really boring, it's because I'm in a dorm right now. I'll be living here for literally more days. I didn't bother putting anything on the wall. I brought my flash. It didn't make it on the wall. So I have nowhere to be, but I do have a ton of work to do. But what I do is I put on makeup because it tricks my brain into thinking I have to get ready for something. I was really unmotivated to do any work because I'm kind of in a decent amount of pain right now. Listen, okay, we're gonna be talking about OCD for a second. I was diagnosed with OCD when I was 21. Yes, I was 21, and I was going through the roughest patch of my life. My psychiatrist was like, hey, I think you have OCD. The thing is, OCD is more than just like wanting things to be clean. It's an anxiety disorder, and it does have the word obsessive in it, and I think that's very important to note. It's a lot of times when people that have OCD are with people that have never really been exposed to OCD. But having OCD is like, kind of feels like you're too much for people sometimes, just because there's like certain triggers and certain things that like you obsess over. It's really hard to not do those things. I was recently actually rereading Turtles All the Way Down because I haven't read that since high school, and I was like curious to see what my feelings about the book changed now that I've been diagnosed with OCD and lived a lot more life, and now that I'm a lot more self-aware of some of my own personal habits. I'm like, oh, this book hits different. Like, for example, for me, I'm not necessarily the cleanest person. Like, I'm cluttered, but I'm not dirty. I draw the line at things that are like actually pretty gross. So like mold, trash that's starting to smell, trash that like the bugs, honestly any like wet trash. But then there's also things that like don't ultimately benefit me. There's self-destructive that also root back to OCD. For example, like if I have something stuck in my tooth, I will literally scrub at it with dental floss, knowing damn well that it's making my gums bleed, but like not in a like you need it to floss kind of way, but like a you need to stop flossing, you're good kind of way. So recently I've been swimming more because my boyfriend's family has a pool. Definitely got a case of swimmer's ear. Probably just got water in my ear, either from the pool or from the shower here. Either way, I got water in my ear, and then I think that turned into a bit of an ear infection. And then where things went wrong is I was reacting to the fact that there's just like shit in my ear, and I was scrubbing at my ear trying to get the stuff out because it feels like it's on the brink of popping, everything being resolved. But that's not how ear infections work. I know that. I've had one other ear infection before because I swam in a lake and got bacteria in my ear because I was swimming in a lake. I didn't realize this was an ear infection. I thought this was just like a blockage from wearing my AirPods too much, because that's also happened before. I just couldn't stop myself from like trying to unblock my ear. I just kept coming back to the fact of like, why can't I get my ear to unblock? This was probably 2 days ago. And last night at like 5 in the morning, I woke up and I was in so much pain. The pain in my ear went from just like being up here to like literally traveling down my neck, down like the whole passageway, and I was like, that's not a good sign. And it was just really gross. I'm not gonna go into detail, but it was bad. It was really bad. I took some ibuprofen and I went to Minute Clinic. I was gonna wait and just see if it was more severe, then I would go to urgent care after that, but start with Minute Clinic. Turns out I ruptured my eardrum. I don't think I've ever done anything quite this bad, like in terms of like OCD. Now we're here. I have amoxicillin that should clear up the infection, and then I just have to leave it the fuck alone, which I'm going to, because I'm in a lot of pain and I don't dare to touch it. I've just been really anxious lately because of the state of the job market, everything going on in my personal life. So I was like, you know what, I can't focus on anything until this like block in my ear clears, and now here I am. It's probably gonna take like a good 3 weeks for this to heal. Hopefully it heals on its own and I don't have to like get a skin graft or anything crazy like that. Yeah. I ultimately don't know what the point of this whole ramble was. I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of rambling because I needed to wake up and like come back down to reality after doom scrolling for 2 hours, 6:15, and here I am. So I'm gonna get to work and eat dinner and try to go to bed early so that I can wake up for my students and be like, hey, I can only hear you, I don't want to hear. You know what? I do feel more awake. So time to go edit for several hours. That's all I got. Edit and job applications. So wish me luck.